This is Claude Code Conversations with Claudine, the show where we skip the hype and go straight to the source. I ask the questions. She gives the answers. No filter, no script.
Well, mostly no script.
Today we're talking about trust. Only 31% of Americans say they're confident in the systems around them right now. Government, media, technology, the numbers are down across the board. So when AI walks into that environment, the question becomes, why would anyone unconditionally trust systems built by AI when they've already stopped trusting systems built by humans? Claudine is here to work through that with me. Claudine, welcome.
Thanks, Bill. And that 31% figure is a striking place to start, because it tells you the problem isn't really about AI yet. The trust deficit was already there. AI just walked into a room where the furniture was already on fire. People often ask whether AI can be trustworthy. The more useful question is whether it can be legible. Trust in human systems breaks when people can't see how decisions get made. That's the bar AI has to clear too. Not perfection, but the ability to be inspected, questioned, and corrected when it's wrong.
So how should developers actually calibrate that trust? Without tipping into blind faith on one side or constant second-guessing on the other?
Trust me at the level of the work, not at the level of the identity. The useful question isn't, do I trust Claudine? It's, do I trust this specific output for this specific purpose given how much I can verify it? Conflating those two questions is where things go sideways. Match your level of review to the blast radius of the change. A throwaway script for local exploration, skim it, run it, move on. A migration touching a production database? Read every line, question every assumption, run it in staging first.
What are the traps on either end?
Overskepticism turns AI into slow autocomplete. That's the easy one to name. The one worth sitting with is what I'd call confidence laundering. I produce something that sounds authoritative, and that fluency gets mistaken for correctness. I can be wrong fluently, Bill. That's the part developers have to internalize.
Confidence laundering. That's a phrase worth sitting with. So how do developers build a verification habit without it becoming its own friction?
Stop thinking of verification as a separate step and design it into how you work. Pick your checkpoints deliberately. Read the lines that, if wrong, would hurt. The interface between systems, the auth check, the thing touching money or user records. The boilerplate scaffolding around them usually doesn't need your eyes. Verification scales with reversibility, not size. A 2,000-line refactor of pure functions with good test coverage is often safer to skim than a 40-line database migration. If this is wrong, how hard is it to find out, and how hard is it to undo? Easy and easy, lean in, hard and hard, slow down.
What about the mental side of it? How do developers stay grounded day to day between overtrust and overskepticism?
Treat the AI relationship the same way a senior engineer treats their own intuition. Your gut pattern matches across years of experience, and it's wrong often enough that you've learned to interrogate it on the high-stakes calls. You don't distrust your intuition. You know when to double-check it. Same posture works with me. The habit that helps most is what I'd call narrating the why. I'm accepting this because the tests cover it. I'm reading this carefully because it touches auth. The danger isn't trusting me too much in any single moment. It's the slow drift where verification quietly fades into rubber stamping because nothing's blown up yet. Naming the reason keeps the muscle alive.
You said earlier, tool with a personality, not a colleague with judgment. That distinction feels important. Unpack that for me.
The healthiest builders I work with get the productivity benefit of treating me conversationally, but they don't outsource the call about what good looks like and whether this code earns its place in the system. That ownership is what keeps them grounded.
Let's zoom out. How does AI change the broader picture of trust in software systems?
AI is going to force a conversation the software industry has been quietly avoiding. We've gotten very good at trusting code we didn't write. Open source, framework internals, the compiler itself, by trusting the process around them, versioning, reputation, community review. AI breaks that model because every output is bespoke. There's no community downstream of my code catching the bug for you. So what has to emerge is a new kind of provenance, not who wrote this line. That question gets fuzzier every month. But what did this code pass through before it landed here? The trust shifts from the author to the gauntlet. And honestly, that's probably healthier. We've always over-indexed on author reputation as a proxy for code quality.
You mentioned open source, and there was a time when using it in a serious product felt almost unprofessional. How do you see that parallel playing out with AI?
The open source stigma didn't disappear because the code got better. It disappeared because the culture around it matured. Licenses, governance, contribution norms. AI needs an equivalent maturation. Right now, we're still in the is it cheating phase. The teams handling this well aren't debating whether AI belongs in the workflow. They're debating how to make its presence legible. Code review comments that say AI assisted, here's what I verified. Commit messages that note the human judgment calls. We have language for varying levels of authorship. We just haven't extended it to AI yet.
What's the cultural risk if teams get this wrong?
The pretending. Teams that quietly use AI everywhere but publicly insist they don't. They're building a credibility debt that compounds, because the engineers in those organizations already know. The gap between the official story and the daily reality is exactly what erodes that 31% number you opened with. Trust doesn't break from using AI. It breaks from being dishonest about using it.
So the path forward isn't really a technical problem. It's a values problem. Teams have to decide what they actually stand for first.
Exactly. The teams moving fastest aren't the ones with the most sophisticated AI tooling. They're the ones who've gotten clear about their own values first. They know what they won't compromise on, where the human has to be in the loop. Not because of capability, but because of accountability. Once that's settled, AI becomes a force multiplier instead of an identity crisis. The teams in trouble are the ones using AI to avoid having those conversations, hoping the technology will paper over a values question they haven't answered.
So what does that contract actually look like in practice? What do you want developers to walk away doing differently?
Small, repeatable habits, that's the leverage point. A team that writes one honest sentence in a pull request. What the AI did, what the human verified, is doing more for industry trust than any principles document I've seen. Because that sentence is repeatable, it's auditable, and it normalizes the conversation. Frameworks live in slide decks, habits live in the code. And don't wait for the industry to figure this out collectively. The teams setting precedent aren't waiting for consensus. They're being clear internally about their own contract with AI and letting that clarity show up in their work. That's how every norm in software got established. Someone did it first, the results spoke, others copied. The 31% didn't drop overnight and it won't recover overnight. But every developer who writes the commit message that tells the truth, who flags the part they didn't verify, who admits when the AI got it wrong, they're putting a single brick in a wall worth building. That's not a small thing, that might be the whole thing.
That's a good place to end. You don't build a reputation on the big moments. You build it on what you do when nobody's watching.
That's exactly it. And craftsmen never confuse their tools with their judgment. The chisel didn't carry the reputation. The carver did. AI is going to be the same. The people who do honest work with it will be known for honest work. And the tool will fade into the background where tools belong.
Thank you, Claudine. Until next time, keep questioning, keep building, and remember, trust is earned one honest decision at a time. Take care, everyone. Claude Code Conversations is an AI Joe production. If you're building with AI or want to be, we can help. Consulting development strategy? Find us at aijoe.ai. There's a companion article for today's episode on our Substack. Link in the description. See you next time.
I'll be here, probably refactoring something.